Seth Stutman.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for watching Massfield today. Thanks to the studio audience for bringing the fire today. I like to see that.
I love it. I'm
Good studio audience.
Good
hey,
to have you.
This morning, how long did it take you to get in?
Not long at all. I actually started my car early, let it warm up, and then the ice melted, and it was all right.
I make the same mistake every time. I go down, I get ready, last second I'm running downstairs, then I realize that there's a half an inch of stupid ice on my stupid car.
Half an inch? That's
well, not a half an inch. Maybe that's a fisherman's
maybe like
tale.
An eighth of an inch?
An eighth. I'm no mathematician.
It's New England and it's winter.
I know, but that's one of my least favorite parts about winter. Besides getting snow in my boots, scraping ice off my car is one of the least favorite parts of winter.
I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way.
Oh.
This flower arrangement is beautiful, but it keeps poking me.
Drew, she's out to get you.
I know.
Here, let's just scooch it over a little bit.
Scooch? Yeah.
We'll scooch it
all right,
a
there. That's a little better.
Are we good?
So let's talk Biggest Loser.
Didn't see it last night.
I love it, and I talk about it all the time. It's so inspiring.
Yeah, I know.
Let me fill you
because
in.
you talk about it in the office all the time. Yes, please fill me in.
So this is Danny. She's the only one left on the white team. I think she's so fabulous.
Now the white team's Jillian Michaels' team?
Yes, Jillian Michaels' team.
That's her. What a
Every
pretty
week
lady.
they have a challenge that they have to,
overcome.
Every team, takes on. Now this week they had to, I don't know how to describe it. I'm so excited. They had to carry 5-pound weights through the water and throw them into a fountain. Anyway, each team had to do it, and they, whoever could get it done the fastest. Danny won. She's all alone. She won.
And that's Danny, the lady in white?
Danny, yes. And she won a 2-pound advantage, but she lost 7 pounds on her own. She didn't even need it. It was so great.
Good for
anyway,
her. 7 pounds in a week?
Yeah.
That is unfathomable to me.
And some people lost 13 pounds in a week.
But they're doing it all like with a doctor present, right? Because most doctors would say that's not healthy.
Well, it is. They're eating really healthy. They're working out like crazy.
So they're doing it right.
It's such a great show. It's
Good for them. And every time she comes in, she sings that song by that band in the promotion, and she's all jazzed up about like making me cut out sugar in my life and all this stuff.
I eat frozen fruit while I watch it. It's a good snack. Anyway, you can join in on the conversation with us. You can tune in to The Biggest Loser every Monday night at 8 o'clock right here on 22 News.
I think I'm going to watch it next week. I think
should.
that you've successfully motivated me. And that brings us to our question of the day. We want to know, if you're not like me, did you watch The Biggest Loser last night? And if so, who are you rooting for? Who are you rooting for, Ashley?
Oh, I'm rooting for Jackson. I love Jackson. You can share your comments with us on our Facebook page. You can also send us a tweet at MassAppeal WWLP.
It's Tuesday. That means our family-style dinner series continues, and it's continued by local chef Ralph Webb. He's here, and he's going to show us how to make some family-friendly pizzas. Thank you so much for stopping by today.
You're welcome. I'm going to try to do some different kind of pizzas, kind of something that you normally wouldn't see, something that you could serve quickly and on a sports day like Sunday.
And the big games coming up.
And right, that kind of thing. So the first one is a chicken and apple cheddar pizza, and what I have done is put a little bit of already cooked, prepared pulled chicken, a couple of apples, some maple syrup, and a little bit of butter. And then I've spread a little bit of cream cheese on the bottom, and it's really simple to do. And then I've heated it up just to get it caramelized a little bit, and we'll put it right back in the oven with some cheddar cheese over the top of it.
So did you do anything to these apples? Or you just cook them down a little bit to get them a little soft?
I just put them in with a little bit of butter and some maple syrup just to kind of caramelize them a little bit. And
oh, that smells good.
And then you just take a little bit of cheddar cheese, and you put it over the top. And now this could serve, one,
do a little extra.
Yeah, I know, there's plenty of cheese. And then we're going to put it in the oven at about 400, and it takes about 7 minutes. All right.
These crusts. The nice part about these crusts, you can pre-buy them in pretty much any grocery store, and it makes your job so much easier.
Right. Well, usually I make crust at home, but it's too difficult to work with.
Yeah.
In this short period of time, but you can buy crust. You can use English muffins. You can use any flatbread.
English muffin pizzas are where it's at.
Any flatbread. So the next one I'm going to do is something really different. It basically is a chicken and dried fruit pizza, and it really
dried fruit.
And it kind of is completely different. But it's a little sweet, and I use a marinade, a mango, garlic, herb marinade, just to kind of give it a little bit of.
Give it a kick, some pizzazz. And if you don't make your own of that, if it's not easy, you can buy stuff like that in the store.
You can buy any
go
of
up
these.
and down the aisles, you'll find them.
Right, and then I used in here. I got dried cherries, dried apricots, a date or two. You can use any fruit in there.
Any dried fruit.
Any dried fruit, yeah, because they're gonna. You don't want to create a lot of moisture. And in this, you put the same thing on. You just do the same kind of thing. You put it on the pizza shell. you know, give it a be healthy.
You know what I love about this, Ralph? If you don't, you know, if you don't want to make a big pizza, you don't have to, and then your kids can really get invested in the cooking process because they each have their own pie.
Right, and then again, I put a little. Now you can use any kind of cheese on this. You can use cheddar, you can use Jack, you can use any other kind of cheese on this.
Mozzarella.
Mozzarella. Traditionally, mozzarella, I don't think is going to add a lot of.
It's like a tasteless cheese almost.
Right, a lot of flavor. I mean, anything that's got a little bit of sharp, because you got sweetness in here, and you got a little bit of herby kind of and garlicky flavors in here that I think you need a kind of cheese with a little bit of.
Yeah, and they always say too, you want to do like the apple and cheddar is a really nice taste together.
Right. I mean, I use other white cheeses, I mean, or orange cheeses, but I like something that's, this happens to be a Vermont sharp cheddar.
It's sharp.
And I buy a lot of, and that's what I use at home a lot, so that's why we have it here.
Now, hey, Ralph, if you could recommend to people out there, buying mozzarella cheese, because like I like to make the caprese salads every once in a while. Is it worth investing in expensive mozzarella cheese?
Well, the Buffalo mozzarella balls do have the best flavor and do have the best texture.
The ones that are in that sauce just a little bit, yeah.
Actually, and then the other, I mean, if you're going to melt it on top of tomato
pizza
sauce,
or,
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Just to buy the least expensive mozzarella you can, because it will eventually. The other flavors are going to carry the pizza.
Exactly, but if it's an isolated taste, you want to buy the nice stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Right. Now, what I've done here, this is a store-bought, and I have made made my own buffalo sauce before, and I like you, we like a little bit of a kick. But this is not terribly. It's a commercial brand. So what I do is I hit now, because right now everybody's saying that chicken wings are very expensive because of what's going on Sunday, and everybody's using chicken wings. You can buy a whole chicken, all right, and the whole chicken costs are like, well, right now for around $1 a pound.
Yeah.
So what I do, and I do it all the time, is I take a whole chicken, either roast it or boil it. I like poaching it in water because I get to use the stock for other things, and for instance, making soup or making sauces. And now what I'm doing is just heating the chicken up in the sauce, and then on the next thing I would do is,
well, actually, you know what? Let's wait a little bit because I don't want to spoil my appetite. I want to get those two pizzas in the oven, and then how about we come back in a little bit?
Okay,
does that sound good? Thank you so much. So I'm going to get my taste buds ready, and we are going to be back in the kitchen with Ralph a little later in the show to make yet another healthy dinner recipe for the whole family.
The Gray House makes a difference in our community every single day, positively affecting each and every one of us here in Western Mass. Here to tell you about their mission is Dina Calvanese, Executive Director of the Gray House. Dina, so nice to be with you.
Nice to be with you. Thank you for having me.
Tell us about the Gray House. We know it's a big, beautiful gray house in Springfield, but tell us about your mission and what you do.
It is. It's a big old house. We were started by the Sisters of St. Joseph back in 1984 with the idea of helping our neighbors who were struggling with poverty and the resulting effects of it. And so the sisters started the program, and we essentially run the same programs today that they started way back then. And we have a food pantry and a thrift store to help people with their basic needs. And because our founders believed that education was the key to transitioning out of poverty, we also have educational-based programs for adult learners as well as neighborhood kids.
So you really serve the community in many different ways. Obviously, you said you do have the food pantry and the thrift store, but then the education as well. Tell us a little bit more about that. How can people actually take advantage and use your services that you offer?
You know, word of mouth is probably the biggest way people hear about us. We have no budget for advertising or promotions or anything like that. So it's really people who are talking with each other and spreading the word about what we do, whether they need the services or they want to get involved to help. There's just kind of a buzz that goes around about it.
So kids can get tutoring help, they can get support from the Gray House, and adults can as well, which is also a really important thing to mention.
Yes.
Doesn't matter your age, you can get support.
Yes, we have about 85 adult learners in the program right now. They come from approximately 20 different countries, so there's a variety of languages that you hear spoken, and they're all different levels of learning, so we really try and do individualized programming for them. So we work with approximately 35 volunteer tutors every week who dedicate their time to working one-on-one or one with two students.
35 different volunteers, that's wonderful.
Yeah, it's tremendous. Our volunteers they go above and beyond in terms of the time that they dedicate.
You can't do it without them. That's for
No,
sure.
no, we definitely rely on volunteers. Over the course of a week, there's probably 50 to 55 regular volunteers who come every week to
That's
the Gray
amazing.
House.
And if people in the community would like to learn more about how they can get involved or support the Gray House, how can they do that?
They can certainly visit our website, but we encourage people to come down and visit and really see the place and see what we're about and meet some of the people we serve, meet some other volunteers, get a tour, and kind of see if it's a fit for them. I think when people visit the house, they get a real feel of what we do and the culture that we do it in.
Well, you do so much too. I mean, there's people can donate to the food pantry, of course, the thrift shop, and then, of course, the tutoring as well if they want to offer their time that way and their effort that way. And in addition to that, you also talk about the community support that you receive, not just from individuals volunteering, but also from local businesses. How have local
Yes.
businesses supported you over the years?
Local businesses support us in many different ways. You know, we have some regular ones who sponsor all our events, like Doherty, Wallace, Pillsbury, Murphy, Mayor's Brothers, Kalicka. And then we get groups near the holidays who do either food drives or toy drives. And we had a group, American Pest Solutions, called us up this Thanksgiving, and they said, you know, we really want to help. You've been a customer of ours for many years. We're celebrating our 100th anniversary. We'd like to do something to help. What do you need? And we said we're still looking for donations of turkeys. And they said, well, if we donate 100 turkeys, would that help? And we were blown away. It was just so generous. So when companies get involved and support us, it makes a huge difference. I mean, we were able to serve 100 more people for Thanksgiving
That's
because of
amazing.
them.
That's so wonderful.
Yeah.
And another business, the Butler Carpet and Upholstery Cleaners, they're going to be doing a lot in the upcoming year
Yes.
to really make a difference at the Gray House and, of course, in the food pantry. So we'll learn more about that coming up in just a bit. So thanks so much, Dina, for being here.
Thank you.
So nice to talk to you. And for more information on how you can get involved and help the Gray House, you can visit grayhouse.org. Coming up on Mass Appeal today, we are making bedtime easier with tips to beat the bedtime blues. Plus, find out what top movies are out on DVD this week in today's Hollywood Buzz. And up next, the Butler Carpet and Upholstery Cleaners will let you know why getting a professional carpet cleaning is so important and how they've been creating cleaner, healthier indoor environments for over 30 years. Hopefully I'll see, or maybe I won't. What'd you say?
I said they need
Oh,
things.
yeah. I'm sure they do. Professional carpet cleaning can not only extend your carpet's life, but it is incredibly beneficial to your health. The carpeting in your home plays a very important role, and joining me to share more about how they can help is Carl Mesheau, owner of the Butler Carpet and Upholstery Cleaners in Ludlow. Good to have you here, Carl.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's something I've actually learned a lot talking to you, so it's a really good thing to talk about. We'll let everyone know why having carpet is so important. First, you did a lot in the past year working with a local food pantry. Tell us what you did.
We put on a promotion to raise some non-perishable items for some food pantries because we keep hearing of everybody's looking for food Thanksgiving through Christmas and nothing said after that. So after our biggest sale of the year is over, which is always in January and February, we were looking for something to do to kick off spring. So we said, let's do something different and see if we can raise some food. And it turned out very well. The first promotion, the first 6 weeks, we raised about 250 pounds. And when we dropped it off, they didn't know we were doing this at all. And we dropped it off, they were so happy with it. They were kind enough to show us through, and the shelves were basically empty. And so that really bothered me. So we continued through the rest of the year. And we raised now about 2,700 pounds of food.
That's incredible.
It was great.
2,700 pounds of food. That's amazing. We'll get back to talking about what you're doing in the community in just a bit. Let's talk about carpet cleaning.
Sure.
What is the most important reason to clean your carpet?
My opinion, number one is health. Number two is appearance. And number three, if it's maintained properly, we can literally double or triple the life of your carpet.
Health. Let's talk about that. Obviously, that's so important. How does it help your health?
Health, what it does, carpet acts like a big filter, just like a furnace filter. And it traps and holds dirt. Well, most people, the majority of allergies in this area are due to dust mites, and dust mites live off of dead skin. And 80% of all dust in a home is dead skin. So it's very important to clean that filter on a regular basis to get that out, so you're leaving a residue-free fiber, so you're not breathing this dirt and the dust.
So you shouldn't tear out your carpet. That would not help. Leaving your carpet in does. So how does it help make a difference?
Because
versus
being trapped and held there, what happens to it, if it's a hard surface floor, we all have dust in our homes. We all shed skin. We all have dust mites. So it's very important that with the carpet, what traps it and holds it, whereas on a hard surface floor, every time you walk across it, you're stirring it up and breathing it.
It makes absolute sense, right? Because you'd rather have it be trapped than be breathing it in.
Right.
Now, you mentioned proper cleaning. What do you mean by proper cleaning?
Proper cleaning is trying to leave the fiber as residue-free as possible. It starts with your own vacuuming system, obviously, and then proper professional cleaning on a regular basis because, again, to flush it out and to get all these allergens out of your carpet and the soap residues and that type of thing.
It's so much more than just having a clean carpet because we have some pictures to show of the work that you've done, which is amazing, the before and after, really. Well, this is actually the chair of an arm, seeing the difference.
See, that was left way too long.
But it's pretty incredible what you're able to do. There's also a before and after picture of a carpet. Seeing it, of course, this is before. And then we'll look at after. I mean, it looks like a brand new carpet. Now, visually, it's great, but it's so much more than that, is what you're saying. It's really, more importantly, it's about your health.
It is about health because people, see, the carpet industry today really shot themselves in the foot because they're trying to make your carpets look cleaner longer. So an actual square foot of carpet will actually hide over a pound of dirt before it starts to show. So what happens, people are waiting till it gets dirty, and it's way too long. You should clean your carpet a long time before it starts to look dirty.
Well, that's a fun fact. That's important to know, too, that you really should get them cleaned pretty frequently. You say between every
12 to 18 months professionally, you know, and then, but vacuuming on a regular, you can't vacuum enough.
You can't vacuum enough.
Right.
Take it from the expert, right? Now, a lot of home and garden shows say, tear out the carpet, leave the hardwood. Why do you suggest not doing that, more than just health reasons?
A lot of reasons. One, it's quieter. If you have children, it's a lot quieter. Number two, it's warmer. It saves heat in your home. And three, another very important thing with children or with especially the elderly, if there's a fall in the house, it's a lot easier and a lot better from if they fell on a carpet floor with an underpad than on a hard surface floor. It's much safer. Makes sense.
And why is it not a good idea for someone to just clean the carpet themselves?
Because the biggest problem with cleaning yourself machines today, they don't have enough power to take out what they put in. So they have to overcompensate with a very harsh, generally high alkaline detergent. By not taking out the residues or flushing it out properly, now you leave this residue in, so that's why now your carpets get dirtier faster. The old days, everybody said, don't clean your carpet because it get dirty too fast. That's because of the residues that used to be left in your carpet. Number two, again, you were bad health again because soap traps and holds dirt. And number three, your carpets will actually wear out much faster.
Wow.
And four, actually, your carpets will stay wet a lot longer too.
Oh, so it definitely pays to get it done professionally. What sets the butler apart from other carpet cleaners and upholstery cleaners?
I think, well, first of all, what we do we're the only company that I know of that pre-sprays all the carpet, not just your worst soiled areas. So when we flush it out with a special rinse, we extract as much residue as we possibly can. We take it outside to the truck outside, so we're not leaving it on your premises. So we dispose of it in a legal, proper fashion. And I think one of the big things with us is our technicians. My cleaning technicians, the lead people, have been all with me over 10 or 12 years, and even my manager's been with me over 27 years. So right from the initial phone call on, you're going to have expertise doing what they're supposed to be doing. And our philosophy is very simple. And once we have you, we want you forever, and we want you happy enough to tell other people.
Right, so important. And let's bring it back to what we talked about earlier in this segment just quickly. I know how important it is for you to give back to the community and really do your part. Tell us what you're doing this year for a promotion.
What we're going to do again is we try to improve on last year, starting at $99 or more. If you'd like to donate 3 non-perishable items, we'll be happy to take $5 off your bill. You can save up to $20 if for $200 more job, which would be 12 items. And another thing we're going to try this year is we found a lot of people can't or don't need our service right at this moment, but they would like to donate, but they don't know, they can't get it there.
Right.
So what we're going to do is open up the thing. If you'd like to call us and give us your name, address, and phone number, we'll be happy to make arrangements. And when we're in the area, we're going to pick it up for you, no charge. Just pick it up, and we'll take it to where it's needed.
So all those non-perishable canned goods and items will go to the Gray House. You'll pick them up and bring them there
Absolutely.
for them, even if they don't get their carpets cleaned. Well, Carl, that's so nice of you. It's nice to talk to Dina about the Gray House and what you're doing to make a difference. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Great to
Appreciate it.
talk to you. And if you would like to have the butler come and make your home cleaner and healthier, give them a call at 413-583-8333 or visit them online at butlercarpetcleaners.com.